we meet again at last. The circle is now complete.
What's the world coming to?
Well, you got a problem with what I did, Anthony?
No. Hey, no.
Fucking rat anyways. Whole family's all rats. Would have grew up to be a rat.
Stupid bastard. I can't fucking believe it.
Gee, I'm real sorry your mom blew up, Ricky.
Now you're gonna dig the fucking thing. You're gonna dig the hole. You're gonna do it. I got no fucking line. You're gonna do it.
Yes, I'll take the fucking hole. I don't give a fuck.
I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was pure and simple evil.
Jesus Christ. Mister, you okay in there?
Let's eventually caught things around here someplace.
Hey everybody and welcome. It's March 30th, 2017 and I am Chris coming to you live from the library. I'm here as always on behalf of Cinephellas.com, the only place for all your cinephilic needs. Look, I get it. There's so much movie and TV content out there that it gets intimidating. You start crying, you're sweating, maybe you don't come out of the closet for 3 weeks because you just can't decide what to watch. Well, not only do I get it, but Cinephellas understands that entertainment should be enjoyable, not stressful. That's why we've got your back. If you go over to Cinephellas.com right now, you're going to see reviews on today's hottest movies, including Beauty and the Beast starring Emma Watson, the Power Rangers reboot, and Kong Skull Island. And that's just to name a few. You're also going to find in-depth interviews with today's most innovative writers, directors, and performers from tons of genres, from horror to comedy to drama. And you're even going to find some personal blog posts that take you inside the minds and hearts of the Cinephellas community, so you get to find out what makes them tick. You get to find out what makes us feel inspired. And we get to share our passion for film and television with you, which is probably the most gratifying aspect. So check out Cinephellas.com today for all your cinephilic needs. Let's get to the show, shall we? How's it going, everybody? I'm alright. It's been a long week, but here I am. Here we are, sharing this moment, and that's a beautiful thing, isn't it? Today I'm trying something new, and I'm glad you're going to be here to join me in this endeavor. We're going to go through it together. It's going to be a great journey. If you're a regular devotee to the Cinephellas universe, you've seen my video reviews, you've read my blog posts, but today I'm going to get a little bit wild and experiment with some audio. And this is going to be a precursor to some podcast projects I wanted to work on for the website. And another reason why I wanted to do it specifically with today's interview is that I talked to Veronica Ferres. And the conversation was thought-provoking, it was moving, and I really believe that it's meant to be heard as is. You know, I've written several times and talked several times about how I like doing this work because I get to talk to tons of creative people in all different forms of the artistic world who bring unique passions to what they do. But it's the gratifying conversations when we get to tie the art to what's going on in culture and society at the time, which really make this worthwhile. And I think today you're going to definitely see that. Veronica's here talking with me about her new film, Salt and Fire, that was written by and also directed by the legendary Werner Herzog. It co-stars Michael Shannon and Gael Garcia Bernal, whom you might know from Amazon's Mozart in the Jungle, which is definitely one of my favorite shows in the television landscape right now. Veronica and I were only able to talk about 10 minutes because, she's doing the whole Hollywood press thing and she had tons of stops on her schedule to talk about the film. But that was definitely enough time for us to get into an important political conversation about what's going on in the United States right now. So for those of you that haven't been following the news, or for those of you that are just so afraid of what's going on, or you just don't give a damn anymore, and you're tired of seeing whatever craziness that our celebrity in chief has to offer from day to day, here's just a little update. This week, the president announced rollbacks on climate change legislation that were put in place during the Obama administration. And the executive order it's a fundamental denial of climate change. And I'm not a scientist, but the fact that it was 50 degrees warmer this winter in my home state of New Jersey than it used to be suggests a little bit of an issue. Growing up, I remember we used to have to dig ourselves out. I'm thinking of the blizzard of 95, 96. We had to dig ourselves out. It took us about a week and a half to get from the front door through the driveway and dig out to get to the grocery store to get some milk, get some almond flavored milk because, I'm not the greatest with lactose. But anyway, so I think that we can all agree that there's a little something going on with the earth right now, and that we should be a little more sensitive, even if you don't necessarily agree with the hardcore climate change scientists. I think we all just need to be a little more diligent. And this is a film that I think is going to help you kind of reconsider our relationship to the environment, and also our relationship between the way we quantify information about the environment. I think you'll see what I mean later on in the conversation with Veronica. I'll make some of the information that I'm referencing available on the website when this podcast gets posted, so you can just do some further reading. But I would also just encourage you to take a look at the issue yourself and form your own opinion, right? Because that's the best way that we start dialogues. So before the world ends, before the impending doom, if you never want to hear about this again, at least take some time, sit back, take a deep breath, have a great day, and listen to some very warm, very smart, very insightful words in my conversation with Veronica Ferres. Hello. Hi, Veronica. How are you?
Hi, Christopher. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for taking time out today to have a discussion.
Thank you so much for having time for me.
Yeah, of course. So I know we only have 10 minutes. Do you mind if I jump right into the questions?
Okay, sure. Yeah, we can start whenever you want.
Okay, let's go. Full steam ahead. So, obviously you're very well known in America, but what a lot of casual movie fans might not know is that you're also hugely popular in Germany. So I was wondering, with that level of success, what made you want to take the leap into Hollywood?
What made me to take the lead in Werner's movie?
Mm-hmm.
So actually, it was a strange coincidence. I was taking a domestic flight with my manager in Europe to Berlin, to the Berlin Film Festival. And I walked into the airplane, and I saw in the first row, I saw sitting Werner Herzog and his wife. And the day before, I started to read one of his novels, From Walking on Ice.
Oh, yeah?
And I had this book in my handbag, and I thought, I would love to ask him for an autograph. And then my manager said, Veronica, never ever in your life you will meet Werner Herzog again, so just walk there, go to him and ask him for an autograph. I said, I cannot do that, I'm not a groupie. And so at the end of the day, I just walked there, and I asked him, and I said, Mr. Herzog, excuse me, my name is Veronica Ferres. And he said, I know who you are. And I said, oh, okay.
Wow.
And then he wrote me a little note in my book. And 2 months later, he called me and said, give me your email address. And I thought, okay. And then he sent me a script, and I read the script, and I thought, this is an amazing script and a wonderful leading part. What's that? And he called him and he said, I want you to play Laura. And I started crying. I always had a dream working with him, and a dream came true, and he's an icon. I admire him. And if he would have asked me to play a very, very small supporting part, I would have done it with great pleasure. But that he offered me the leading part, and that I was supported by Michael Shannon and Garcia Bernal. It's a dream that came true. And being the next leading lady after Nicole Kidman was kind of fun too.
So that's interesting, right? Because Mr. Herzog's films go back, obviously he has more controversial stuff. He has very mainstream stuff. So what was the working relationship like on set with him?
Very interesting description, what you say. Yeah. Actually, I'm looking for characters like that who, the emotional arc she's playing from at the beginning, just being a UN scientist who is leading a delegation for a research in South America, and then being kidnapped and being separated from her colleagues and not knowing if she has to die or if she's going to be raped in the next couple of minutes or whatever, if she will survive or not, and trying to make the best out of every moment. And the incredible loneliness she has, that her only comrade is her iPad. She can trust, and she wants to leave something behind. If he's going to kill her, that probably somebody finds the iPad or the note she's writing on the wall, because she doesn't know what will happen to her. And then that he is taking her hostage, and after that putting her out into the desert with the two blind boys, and she doesn't know what to do. But every moment she tries to do the best she can. And the beauty and poetry the nature has, and the same moment, it is incredibly threatening and dangerous, because she knows she will die there with these two kids if nobody is picking her up, because at some point she's running out of water and food, and they're going to die probably. And the challenge, never showing these emotions to the kids, protecting them. Even knowing that you are threatened to with your life, and that you're probably gonna die in the next couple of days. This had such a great symbolic power. These moments when she is enjoying the nature, the beauty, the poetry, enjoying having fun with the kids playing board games, and forgetting that they probably are going to die in a couple of days, but they can laugh and they have fun. That is so strong. Nobody of us knows how long we are going to live. But if you have the strength in such a situation to be happy, it is so special.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of haunting space between what Michael Shannon's character calls lifeless statistics and that journey towards personal empathy is an incredibly important question I think we're facing in America right now, given our kind of current political climate and, just in terms of where we're going,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and also, yesterday it was interesting. President Trump obviously announced that he's going to roll back a lot of the restrictions on the climate restrictions on big corporations, and that made me think immediately of Salt and Fire and about how we can learn something from the film.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you feel personally that...
Yeah, absolutely. That's horrible what happened yesterday. That's really horrible. And I think this is stepping back and stepping into a wrong direction, not taking responsibility for nature and beauty and what God gave us, but destroying and being just greedy, and that is exactly what our movie is dealing with. Exactly. That Michael Shannon is taking her hostage and putting her in this horrible situation because he is tired of these scientists who always take statistics and data and measurements. He wants them really to feel what it means to be a victim of an ecological disaster. And that's why she is there.
I guess just to wrap.
I love Cinephellas. So are you based in LA or where?
So we're a little bit all over. I'm in LA personally, and then Logan, the co-founder of the website, he's in the Chicago area.
So I am back home Sunday in LA. So if you want to, let's have a drink or let's have a call whenever you need something more. I'm back Sunday home.
That would be wonderful.
I'm living in LA, and I would love to. If you have any more questions or whatever, just ask Samantha, and let's talk again.
Okay, great. I'm right in the Franklin Village area, so I'm kind of right in the middle of things. Cool. Well, thank you so much, and I'll definitely.
So we do have a premiere where Werner. We do have a premiere next Thursday where Werner Herzog will be there and David O. Russell. So if you want to join us, Samantha, could you invite him, please?
I don't know. Is she still on the call? I'm not sure.
Samantha?
Hi, sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, I am on the phone still.
Could you do me a favor and invite him to our premiere next Thursday?
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So if you can make it, Christopher, I would love to meet you there. If not, next time.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love that. Thank you so much for considering me.
Thank you so much for your time.
All right, you too. It was great talking. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing how the film does.
Have a great day too, Christopher. Thank you so much.
All right, bye-bye. Well, how about that? What a conversation. What a brilliant and talented woman Veronica is, and I just want to thank her again for taking time out to have a conversation with me today. And, just a quick update. I was pleasantly surprised and very excited when I got the email from the lovely Samantha Arevalo. Hi, Samantha, if you're listening to this. I know you're a hardcore Cinephellas fan. If you're listening to this, I hope I'm saying your last name correctly. Samantha shot me an email a few days after my conversation with Veronica and invited me to the premiere this Thursday. So hopefully I'll be able to continue a conversation with her there or shortly thereafter. Not only about the film, but also about how it fits into the larger scope of her work in charity. So that's one thing we didn't get to talk about, was the depth of her social consciousness and how that relates to the types of roles that she chooses. Don't forget to check out Salt and Fire when it becomes available on video on demand platforms and iTunes April 4th and in theaters on April 7th. I really think this is a movie that you're going to want to see in the theaters. Visually, it's very breathtaking. And if you do have the chance, I'm not sure if it's coming to IMAXs, but if it is coming to IMAX somewhere near you, I would even recommend doing that. I think that you'll feel overwhelmed in a very provocative way. So I give Salt and Fire 4 out of 5 hair pieces. The film itself is like Rogaine for the mind. It takes a bit to grow on you, but when it does, you'll look at yourself and the world around you a little differently. I'm still working on it. All right, everybody. I'm Chris, reminding you to share a movie with someone you love. Don't forget to check out Salt and Fire. Have a wonderful day.
We met back east where the ivy grows. You were the stranger in town. I was the one the department chose, and I got all the numbers down. Together we tried to conquer apathy. We were armed only with books. They wondered at our security, firing quizzical looks. It was a long way to that beach cafe out there in Malibu. It was a long way to that beach cafe out there in Malibu. Out there in Malibu. Out there in Malibu.